what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Tuesday edition here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. And we're brought to you every single day by BetUS. What a fantastic sports book they are. Have you signed up yet? Have you taken advantage of their great sign-on bonuses? You got taken that free money yet from BetUS? Get on over there. There's a link down in this video description where you can go ahead and take advantage of such a good sports book. Let's go ahead and roll to the first inning. Quick hits is what we call it. Squirrel, what's on the brain today? What's on the brain? We already got some great comments already in the chat, by the way. Loving it.
Definitely. Squirrel, what's going on with New York Rangers?
Let's save the Rangers talk for another day. We're baseball. We're feeling it. We'll reply to them, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know, assuming they lost or whatever. But anyways, what's on your mind?
That was the first thing I read. I saw Squirrel. It brought my eyes to that comment. Well, hey, man, so I had a 4-2 day for members yesterday, and the month of May for me is excellent so far. Overall, I'm 25 wins, 18 losses with some NHL futures that are looking promising as well. So I have a few bets that haven't even come in yet. So that puts me at a 58.14% win rate, up 4.36 units through the first 9 days of May, so not too bad. And something that I would like to at least promote, self-plug a little bit, is if you are interested in what I do beyond this show in the NHL, or just bets that I don't mention here, I do have a monthly membership for only $60 a month for myself. If it's something you're not interested in, that's totally okay. I'm here every single day with free picks with Jason, or check me out on Twitter, where even last night I did a late night tweet on the 2 free picks I'm going to give out here today. So whether it's on Twitter, on TikTok, I've mentioned, I do plenty of free stuff as well. But if you're wanting more educational content, more in-depth and behind-the-scenes stuff, check that out.
Yes, I saw your tweet. I was up taking care of the little one while he was crying. I thought maybe the squirrel was nocturnal. Are you sitting there firing out tweets at like 2 in the morning, man? Got to get your rest. Yeah. You're working hard for the people over there. I love it. What's on my mind this morning? We can go ahead and put the Reds run line joke to bed. They're clearly playing better baseball, and they're not a fade. Not that we were fading them anyways and taking advantage of it, but we'll go ahead and put that conversation to bed. Also today, if you like Nerfies, it is the Nerfy day today. We're rocking the Nerfy Nation. So if you like Nerfies and if you like plus money bets, then you'll love my card. And if you don't, well, then maybe it's not a good day to go ahead and tail me. Maybe it's not a good day to tail me anyways. I am running about as cold as it gets. I can't be running much colder than what it is. But it's an ebb and flow, and it's a long-term game, so I'm not worried.
I've been there, man. I've been there for sure. Many, many times, and it does turn around, and it will. And I know you keep a positive attitude about it, and that's why I think the people here like you and follow you regardless anyway. So,
well, let's jump on into it, and let's get into the second inning. We call it Around the Bases. We'll each take a couple of games. Do you want to go ahead and kick it off?
I will go ahead and kick it off, and I'm going to just give out both of mine in the second inning since it was the tweet that I was talking about. I also did a TikTok on it. I was digging around last night, and a thought popped into my head of these low-line games at 6.5 when they come out. What's the over-under on that so far? And I took a look because I remembered I told you in like week 1, I said all these 6.5 games have gone over so far. And that trend has continued. We are now 24 overs and 10 unders in 34 games that have been set at a line of 6.5. That puts you at a 70.6% win rate on the over. So there is a trend, or a very simple system of line is 6.5, seasons 2022. It's already hit 70.5% roughly. So if that's a trend you're wanting to follow, well, you'll find 2 games today actually at 6.5. Granted, it's minus 120 price point, but still, you're talking 70% implied or expected hit rate, right? And minus 120 is significantly below that. So those 2 games are in Oakland and Detroit. Oh, my camera is like...
Game 1 or game 2?
Game 1. So that would be the noon game between Oakland and Detroit. So it's going to be Skubal and it's going to be Frankie Montas. So good pitching, not what I would say is like absolutely elite. My camera's like falling here, sorry. And we know that the bats aren't great, but we saw a 2-0 game yesterday, right? looking for that to go over on that at least trend. And the second game there is Houston and Minnesota. So again, you're getting Verlander for Houston and you're getting Joe Ryan for Minnesota. Again, still decent pitching, pretty good actually, and really in terms of ERA and whatnot, better than Oakland and Detroit. But you're getting a significant upgrade in the bats in that offensive category. So again, those are two games that are 6.5 that you're looking at over a 70% win rate so far. So if those are one or both of those games something you want to ride, I would suggest it.
Love that right there. Oakland Athletics actually have the 6th best batting average right now versus left-handed pitching, so they could maybe carry you to an over and all by themselves. Just for a little bit of clarity, you're talking 6.5 opening line, not what the line closes at. You're talking opening line, 6.5, or are you talking closing?
I believe it's the opening line. I do believe so, yes.
Okay. I'm curious as well, are those lines closing at 6.5? Or is people
There's
maybe
no way all of them are closing at 6.5. There's no way.
Okay, I don't know if maybe the public was kind of onto your trend and maybe they were closing at 7, maybe even touching 7.5. Okay.
I'm sure they do.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get 2 overs in that game so you can go ahead and follow. Nice trend you got there. 70% hit rate. Hell, I'll take 70% hit rate. If I was hitting 70%, sign me up. All right, I want to go ahead and run back last Thursday's winner. We dropped this play in a parlay last week. Oh, we just got a thumbs down. Somebody doesn't like 70% winners from the Squirrel? What's wrong over there? Ugh, who's that person? Oof. We're going to run back last Thursday's winner. We took that Brewers team total up against the Reds when it was Hunter Green on the mound. I didn't see anything in that performance that went ahead and got me off of it. In fact, I still have the money in my pocket from that cash, so definitely got nothing off of that. Same bet as last week. Brewers F5 team total over 2.5 runs, and you can get that at even money. Again, they went up against Hunter Green in his last start. It was 2.2 innings pitched, 9 hits, 8 runs, 5 home runs, 7 Ks. That's the thing. 2.2 innings pitched and 7 Ks. If there is an out to where maybe we don't cash this bet, this guy Hunter Green, he has a really high K per 9. Again, 7 and 2.2 innings pitched. He has 29 Ks so far in 20 innings pitched. So if we don't make it, you could see maybe the Brewers do strike out. Brewers offense is absolutely on fire, and they're averaging 2.52 runs in the first 5 innings. The offense is hot, 4th best batting average versus right-handed pitching, hitting 280, 15 home runs, leads the way versus right-handed pitching. Absolutely love that right there. Hunter Green is allowing 3+ runs in all of his starts but 1 so far this season. He's been crap all season long, 28 hits in 20 innings. I'm just going right back to last week's winner. I saw nothing to go ahead and put me off of that. So, again, if we're sitting here tomorrow and this bet doesn't cash, I bet he has 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. You can see it. He's a young guy. He's a rookie making his season debut. He's got good stuff. He obviously can't control it over the course of multiple innings, but we'll see. I like these Brewers getting after him again today, so that's one bet. Did you want me to roll into my second? You did both your games off top, I
did both of mine, yeah. Go ahead and do your second one, yep.
All right. I like the Yankees today.
Shut up so we can pitch.
I like those Yankees today going on against the Blue Jays, and you can get that one at -132. Yankees with a by far better bullpen. You've got the Yankees sitting in the bullpen across the different categories, running about top 8, where the Blue Jays currently right now are about bottom 10 across the various bullpen categories. And of course, we look at FIP, WHIP, opponents batting average, ERA, home runs per 9, all that good stuff. Yankees, though, this can be the 3rd time they're seeing Kikuchi. This is their 3rd time, including his last start. Now, his last start, he was actually good. His first start versus the Yankees, he wasn't very good, but like that familiarity coming right back facing these same Yankees. Now, the Blue Jays, to be fair, they have seen Severino. It was his 2nd start of the season, but at least there's a little bit of gap where Kikuchi, his last time out, was against these Yankees. Both offenses, I mean, they're both really fully capable of really getting it done, right? If you run into bad pitching, both of these offenses will destroy bad pitching. But I'm going to go ahead and play on the Yankees. Far superior bullpen. Up against Kikuchi here. Again, 3rd time. Saw him last time out. And the Yankees have the upper hand so far in this season. They've got 4 wins in their 7 games. So I like the Yankees on that money line today at -132. All right, you're right. Talked long enough. Let's shut up. You got any pitching props for these people?
Yeah, I do. It kind of only makes sense to me to try to go against the Pirates, which they surprised yesterday, did they not? Against the Dodgers. And
I say so. I say so. My wallet says so.
I will take Tony Gonsolin there of the LA Dodgers and that high, absolutely skyrocketed strikeout rate that we're seeing from the Pirates. I don't know if I really expect a repeat against the Dodgers, but we're only looking at 4.5 strikeouts. So I'm looking to go over 4.5 there with Tony Gonsolin at minus 140. Um,
Nice.
on the pitching props. I have a second one, but I'll let you take your turn.
I just saw Tony Gonsolin the other day. All the ball players stay at this Ritz Carlton, 2 blocks over, and the Dodgers were just in town from the Cubs, and I happened to be at the park, and I saw Tony Gonsolin, greasy hair, man. Yeah, he's gonna get you some strikes. If he needs a little lube up the ball, he can definitely hit that hair right there. All right, I've got 3 plus money bets, guys. They're all at plus money, or I've got 3 bets, and they're all at plus money. First one's Madison Bumgarner. They're the Diamondbacks, over 4.5 Ks at plus 120. Look, the Marlins K every 3.1 at-bats. You're looking at basically a K per inning here versus left-handed pitching. Bumgarner, while now he's only gotten 1 cash. If you look at his game log, you're going to say, wow, why are we on this? He's only gotten 1 cash so far. He's gone against the Cardinals. He's gone against the Mets. He's gone against the Nationals, the Astros, and the Padres. Whoa, what really good lineups was he's gone ahead and faced. Now he's going to go up against the Marlins, who he just faced, but that was a game which he got ejected in the first inning. So I don't think the Marlins have a real advantage because they didn't really see him. And 2 starts versus the Marlins last season, he got 7 and 9 Ks, and those were on back-to-back starts where normally, right, you have an advantage as a hitter. He even got 2 more Ks, seeing them 5 days later. I'll take a pissed-off Bumgarner when he didn't deserve to get ejected. He's going to be fired up. You add that with the success that he's had against this team. The Marlins strike out a lot. I like Bumgarner to have over 4.5 Ks at plus 120. What's you said you had another one? I got 2 more. I'm fired up today, boys. Fired up. What's another one you got, Squirrel?
The other one I had was Tarek Skubal to go under 6.5 strikeouts. And I know that Oakland has a high strikeout rate. I just think 6.5 feels like a lot. And he's only done this once, getting 7 strikeouts. And I expect him to have strikeouts. That's not the question. The question is, can he really get 7? And perhaps it is a little bit more appropriate to have a higher line like this going against the Athletics, but I just feel like 7 is a bit high. And it's minus 140 again for the under 6.5 there at BetUS. So, line I liked, line I would entertain the idea of.
Nice. I've got another bet over at BetUS. The viewing audience here will listen. Remember on last week's episode, Senzatella gave you guys as a lean under 2.5 Ks? Man, we're going right back to that guy. It's at plus money. Senzatella there of the Colorado Rockies. His last start, again, we leaned it. That was against the Nationals where they K every 5 at-bats. Well, the Giants are basically right there at 4.9. He's cashed under 2.5 strikeouts, both starts versus the Giants last season, and he even pitched 6 innings in those starts. So he even gave pretty daggone, good length, right? A quality start going 6 innings. I don't know what runs he gave up, so maybe it wasn't too quality, but he went 6 innings, so I'm assuming it was around a quality start. And he cashed under 2.5 in both of those starts. So a guy that doesn't strike out, we talked about him last week as it was a strong lean. It didn't quite make the card. Today at plus money, at plus 130, it's going to go ahead and make the card. And then my other one is Freddie Peralta, under 6.5 Ks at plus 104. I'll go ahead and run back last week's loser. I'm not scared to run back a losing bet when I thought it was a good bet. Remember, he struck out that last batter in the 6th inning. It's not like we lost. He blew us away in the 4th inning. It was almost a cash there until the end of the 6th inning. And he faced these Reds in his last start, and he's facing them right again, expecting him to go ahead and not have that same success. And the Reds are obviously playing better. So love it. So those are my 3 pitching props, all of them at plus money. I'll give them to you one more time. Bumgarner, over 4.5 Ks at plus 120. Senzatella of the Rockies, under 2.5 Ks at plus 130. And Peralta, under 6.5 Ks at plus 140. Go ahead and go over to BetUS and grab those. We got to give these people a long shot. There's a dog out there that you think can win today. Which one is it?
For me, it's the Kansas City Royals, actually.
Oh, we're on the same one. I didn't know that.
We? Okay,
yeah.
Great. Yeah. I didn't know that either. I guess we didn't talk about it before the show, but I'll give you my reasoning. So at plus 120, I was looking at the fact that Kansas City versus left-handed pitching has a 250 average, which puts them number 8 for going against lefties. And you're looking at a Texas lineup against right-handed pitching that's only 191. So you're getting much better bats. And I think it's pretty possible to say that Brad Keller edges out Martin Perez just a bit. Wasn't really understanding why the Rangers are minus 140. I wouldn't pay that. I would absolutely back the Royals at a plus 120 price.
Yeah, I like that. You do your research in the last 14 days, right?
Correct, yes,
All
sir.
right. I do mine that everybody knows in the last 10. If you do the last 10, the Royals have the number 2 batting average versus left-handed pitching. So they only get a little bit better there if you trim off, I guess, 4 days that you take into account.
Right,
So
and
I like that.
that's showing you even more recency, though, which is even a little bit better because we know they've been struggling. So, much like the Reds, perhaps that's turning around, and you get people trying to fade the injuries and the bad bats, but I don't see it.
Yeah, no, I love that right there. Yeah, the Royals overall, top 5 offense versus left-handed pitching, as you said. Rangers versus right-handed pitching, they're sitting about bottom 5, last 10. They've got the 4th worst batting average versus right-handed pitching. I scored the starting pitching kind of as a wash. If you want to say Keller's a touch better, okay, but I kind of had it as a wash. But I think if the Royals are able to have left-handed success like they have been doing over the last 10, over the last 14 days, I think you cruise to a victory. The bullpen edge does go to the Rangers, though, but I'm expecting the Royals to maybe jump on Perez, and then we can get those good arms out of the Royals bullpen, because they've actually got some really good arms if they can get to a situation in which they're saving a game. So I like it. I didn't know we were both on the Royals. Like that. Like the strength in our pick right there. So Royals for both of us there as a underdog to go ahead and pull off a nice victory. I haven't given them any winners yet. I got to keep swinging. Let me try it first. What about this guy Senzatella? I'm waiting for his hits prop. I'm sneaking in another pitcher prop here and keep swinging. I'm telling you, he's had games where he's given up 9 hits, 7 hits, 10 hits, 7 hits, 7 hits. All this guy does is give up hits, 40 hits in 24 innings pitched, 10 runs. Wow. Just been absolutely brutal. We cashed his last start. Remember, we took the Nationals F5 team total over the Senzatella guy and got an easy cash. Senzatella's opponent's batting average last season was 287. So this is not a fluky season. This is a guy that routinely just gets hit and gives up a lot of hits. His K per 9 is down from 6 last season to 2.6 this season. It all just plays into guys are just putting the bat on the ball. So I'm looking to see if we can take his hits over his hits total, or if not, just find some Giants players. Maybe this is your same game parlay. You can use that profit boost over there at the sportsbook. I think this will be a great play to use that. So either way, whether you want to do a same game parlay or take over hits on Senzatella, I think it'd be a great play for you guys.
Absolutely. The one I had 2 better props. The one I think I like a little bit better is actually George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays against Severino today. He has 1 hit on 23 at-bats. I've been noticing George Springer and against particular pitchers, his name to me keeps coming up a lot for unders on batting or on hits at least. And you're getting plus money on both of these guys that I've come up with today. I think it's plus 130 is what I saw at BetUS there on George Springer against Severino. So I don't know, man. I kind of like betting on people to not get hits because in terms of the props, the overs always seem insanely juiced. And so if I can get plus money on a guy that has 1 for 23, I'll go ahead and take that.
I like that right there, George Springer. Yeah, I mean, you're right. The overs, I mean, every time I get out an over, I always try to give out 2 players, knowing that you kind of have to parlay them together. So I think you're exactly right. You want to move on? You have another one, or move on to It's a Steal?
I did, because of the Detroit Tigers strikeout and batting problems and whatnot, and the Athletics as well. But, you have a decent pitcher there in Frankie Montas, and it looks like Austin Meadows hasn't done real great against him, going 1 for 10 at bat. So another guy to potentially go under, and that's plus 155. The under 1.5 bases was crazy at like minus 190 or something like that. So Austin Meadows to not get a hit, although he is one of the, probably one of the better Detroit players there with Baez and whatnot. But, again, against particularly Montas going 1 and 10, and with the batting troubles that the Tigers have seemed to have, not the worst for great plus money like that.
All right, let's move it over now to It's a Steal. We got to go ahead and find these guys either some value or something they can do. I say let's just go hump over to BetUS right now and go take their money all in the first inning. You like Nerfies? I told you this was a good day for Nerfy. Nerfy Nation, stand up, baby. Where are you at? We got 4 of these suckers to go ahead and give you guys. What about that Tigers Athletics game? In the game 1, there's a reason why the Squirrel He's going to take the over there, but there's a reason why that over-under is set at 6.5. It's because these two teams should struggle to go ahead and score, I think, and score at least early. He's mentioned it, Montas and Skubal, two really good guys. Montas has given up runs in the first inning, but it's only been via the home run, so he just needs to, not give up a home run. I think he'll be running clean. Skubal, man, he's had 7 Ks in his 5 starts, so I absolutely like that there in the first inning. Offenses have, generally speaking, just been struggling. Had to parlay that with something, though, so just parlay that with Brewers to score 2+. So do the NRFI there in Tigers Athletics Game 1. Parlay that with Brewers to score 2+, and you can get that at -122. Staying over with taking BetUS's money. We're going to steal them real quick. What about that Marlins Diamondbacks? We can get a NRFI in that game at -128. Love this one. Luzardo on the mound there for the Marlins. 5 starts, 1 run. Came via the home run, but 9 Ks. Woo, love that right there. And then we've already touched on Bumgarner. Just going to be really pissed off after getting ejected in that last start, only going 1 inning. It was maybe against these Marlins. Who really cares? My man's going to be fired up. Offenses struggle to score runs in the first inning. They ranked 27th to 29th. So grab that Marlins Diamondbacks NRFI at -128. We're not done yet, folks. Got 2 more NRFIs, Phillies and Mariners. We're going to take the NRFI in that game. We're going to parlay it with Giants to score 2+ runs at -115. Got Aaron Nola and Robbie Ray on the mound there. 2 good offenses. Now, I will say, if there's one you don't want to play, maybe this is the one you don't play because the offenses do sit both in the top 10 in terms of runs scored in the first inning. But Aaron Nola and Robbie Ray both have had 6 starts, and neither one has given up a run so far to start this season. The first inning, they come out throwing heater and gas. I like that right there. And then the last NRFI is in Astros and Twins. We'll take the NRFI in that one, or we'll go ahead and parlay that with the Cubs only to get a NRFI at -106. Got Verlander clean through 5 starts, has yet to give up a run. Joe Ryan, he has given up 2 runs in 5 starts, but both of them were in his season opener, and both of them were via the home run. So he's really cleaned it up there after his season opener. And then you got the Cubs going up against Mike Clevenger. I'll back Mike Clevenger all day long. Got no problem backing that guy. So those will be my 4 NRFIs, and I'll recap them at the end. What is one you want to talk about?
The steal that I was looking at, which is a steal in the sense that I think it should be a bit of a higher line than it is. I was looking at the Tampa Bay Rays with Corey Kluber against Reed Detmers now, it looks like. Mm-hmm. And I've gone against Detmers a few times, but I just don't think that pitching matchup necessarily is even and not really worth -120. I mean, I think it should be a little bit more there for the Rays. And really it does kind of come down to the pitching. But again, the Rays offense is pretty decent. From what I looked at least of, would this be the second game of the series, I think? Mm-hmm. It was pretty 50-50 in the bats. So, if you're looking at 2 offenses that are pretty evenly matched offensively, then the only way you're really getting a edge is in the pitching. And I would have to say I would back Corey Kluber long before I would read Detmers. So at a -120 there, I'll take the Rays.
Okay, 7th inning. Call it coming to a stretch. We got to give them the best bet on the board. What was your best bet?
So you're going against Senzatella, saying he's going to get under the strikeout props. You're saying he's going to get hit around, right? I'll go back to the well from yesterday and take the Giants run line. I think at a +105, you're getting plus money. Yeah, they have to win by 2, but they didn't seem to have a problem doing that yesterday. Actually, if you watch the end of that game, though, that McGee, the closer mm-hmm. for the Giants, damn near blew it, dude. Like, it was bad. He was throwing him in the dirt, and then there was a slow roller to the shortstop. He overthrew first base. It was like, oh no, like, how do you blow an 8-2 lead? And I started getting a little bit nervous. They pulled it off, but yeah, I mean, well, I'll side with you and say Senzatella gets hit, and the Giants shouldn't have a problem at home doing that.
Yeah, they should cruise. That bullpen's been struggling, but yeah, that they should certainly cruise. I just realized I gave out so many bets earlier. I don't have anything in my notes for 7th inning. I forgot to move one of those and save them. So we'll just keep on rolling right along. All the bets I give out today are my best bets. I love them all. Double play. We got to give these people a parlay that we liked. I think the Dodgers on the bounce back are a nice spot. And I like the Rays with Corey Kluber on the mound up against Detmer. So if you do a Dodgers-Rays parlay, comes in at +159 on the money line parlay. What was your parlay of the day?
I had taken my steal and my best bet and parlayed them together with the Rays and the Giants on the run line. Plus 274 could do the money line at plus 175. And yesterday I had done the run line parlay between the Dodgers and the Giants. Now I'm wondering about that 251. Yeah, I'll stick with the best. The best one being plus 274. I'll go with the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, and then the Giants run line gives you a plus 274.
Okay, so we're on the same two. I mean, we're on the same thing basically. Okay.
Sure.
All right, ninth inning here before we go ahead and do rapid fire. We talk about all these games. Let's go ahead and run through our bets. I've got to move us over again. That's how many bets I've got today, folks. Let's slide the squirrel and me over. Let's scroll them up. Why don't you run through yours first?
You got a monster card, don't you? Yeah, I'll go through mine first, and I'll just
going big. What if I can get them up here? There we go.
Yeah, so mine are just going to be the 70% systems, basically. Why not? And one goes off here in an hour at noon, and the other one, I think 6:40 tonight, Central Standard Time. And that'll be Oakland versus Detroit over 6.5. That is a minus 120. And it sounds like that Minnesota game has now gone to 7. At least from what I can tell, or what other people are saying, between Houston and Minnesota. If it's possible to buy that line back down at 6.5, not a bad idea against great offenses. And, I gave out that tweet yesterday. I did a TikTok last night, and have to roll with it. So those will be my 2 free picks, I guess, for the day.
Yeah, I'm still. There are some 7s. I just did a glance around as well, but BetUS still has 6.5. So maybe go ahead and grab it. They'll probably go to 7 soon. You can jump over to BetUS. They still do have 6.5. And I'm sure you've got more, obviously, on HockeySquirrel.com. So of course, make sure
Absolutely,
you get over there.
yeah. And again, $60 a month, and that's all the educational content on top of the picks and whatnot as well. So it's not just me typing you picks. I do a separate video every day in my on my website. I embed that. I do written analysis with full paragraphs of breakdowns as to why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. And again, we're having a really profitable May so far. So
love it. Picking up the
That's
slack
for your bets, man.
Where I'm dropping. Yeah, my bets. They're a mouthful, obviously. Yankees money line. Basically every bet I gave on the show, I just bet today. Yankees money line minus 132. Then we'll do Brewers F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus money. We'll do Peralta there of the Brewers under 6.5 Ks at plus 104. We'll do Senzatella there of the Rockies under 2.5 Ks at plus 130. Do Bumgarner there of the Diamondbacks over 4.5 Ks at plus 120. Kikuchi, I didn't talk about him, but I've kind of talked about how I like the Yankees and especially seeing him for the 3rd time, blah, blah, blah. So I just like Kikuchi over 4.5 hits allowed at plus 115. Those are my 4 Nerfies, as you guys can see right there. A couple of them had to parlay with some teams to do some damage with the bats. You got those right there. And that's it. So I'll leave those up. I won't rifle through those. Let me go ahead and pull up BetUS. We call this rapid fire. We'll talk about every single game from a run line, money line, or maybe from an over-under perspective, just off the cup, whatever we're feeling as we pull them up. So let me go to MLB games. All right, BetUS. These are live lines right here on BetUS. Tigers and Athletics over-under 6.5. We've got the Tigers at minus 105, Athletics at minus 115. I'm going to give the advantage to the Athletics and take them on the money line at minus 115.
Okay, I don't want to pick a team, and I'm already on the over, so...
What about in game 2? We got an over-under of 7.5 on this one. Athletics at plus 125. Tigers at minus 145.
Do we have listed pitchers yet for this?
Yeah, you got Martinez versus Fado. I don't know either one of these guys, to be honest. I would take the over. I don't know either starting pitcher. If I don't know the starting pitcher's names, I gravitate towards the over.
Yeah, exactly. I think Fado has 1 game. I don't know the stats, but I told you I would Fado him, and I don't remember what happened. But yeah,
you did.
Just probably go with the over in both games then, for that matter. But
all right, what do we got? Dodgers and Pirates over under of 8.5. We both like the Dodgers on the bounce back. Yeah, we both like the Dodgers, right, on the bounce back. We've kind of just said
Absolutely.
it. Brewers and Reds. Brewers are at minus 195. Reds are at plus 165. Over under of 8. Boy, Hunter Green's just been absolutely terrible. Give me that Brewers run line at minus 105.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Blue Jays and Yankees. I like the Yankees on that money line. Anything else that you like? Bet Rivers is now showing minus 170. Woo. Everybody's jumping on that.
Yeah,
Yankees.
I see
Love
that
it.
too.
What do you like in
You
that
mean
game?
BetUS? You
Yeah,
always say Bet Rivers.
or BetUS.
um, no, I see there's a lot of money, at least in terms of the distribution coming in on the Yankees, and I didn't tear into it that much. I do like Kikuchi, but I don't really want to go against, for whatever reason, all the steam and money on the Yankees. So I had entertained the idea of potentially taking an underdog play on the Blue Jays, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of want to just sit it out, to be honest with you,
Mets
at
and
this point.
Nationals. Mets and Nationals. I'm showing no starting pitching on BetUS, but I think it's Corbin versus McGill, if I recall correctly. Anyways, Mets at -180, Nationals at +155 with an over/under of 8.5. If Corbin's on the mound, if that's right, I would definitely take the Mets on the run line.
Carrasco against Corbin is what I see.
Oh, it's Carrasco. That changes things a little bit. Carrasco versus Corbin. Yeah, I would take over 8.5 then. Give me over 8.5. That's a no-brainer.
Okay. I think the Mets run line, maybe. I don't think it's a bad play.
No, that was my initial thing. Red Sox and Braves. We got Whitlock and Wright on the mound with an over/under of 7. Red Sox +120. Braves -140. Wright's been really good. Whitlock's also been good. I like under 7. What about for you?
I saw a lot of action coming in on the Braves. So if we're going just off of that, for whatever reason, people are loving the Braves. Again, not a game that I tore into by any means on my own, but if you're looking to go with where the sharp action is, it's the Braves. But I couldn't really give you in-depth reasons as to why.
Astros and Twins. Again, we're still seeing a 6.5 here on BetUS in this game. Astros -145. Twins at +125. I would go. No, both these offenses are trending up. I think there's a great play there on over 6.5. I like that over 6.5. We know you do as well. Do you like a winner between those two? Can't ask the guy sitting in front of Target Field. Move on. Can't ask that guy sitting in front of
I was
Target
going to
Field.
say I'll take the Twins.
Of course you'll take the Twins, you homer. Orioles and Cardinals are up next with an over/under of 8. Orioles are a +140 dog. Cardinals are at -160. I've got no starting pitchers being listed currently, so kind of hard to give an over/under. Just give me the Cardinals money line.
Okay. Kyle Bradish against Adam Wainwright is what I see. 2 right-handers.
Take the under. Take the under.
Is Kyle Bradish good?
It should be his 3rd start, if I believe now. Maybe 4th
correct.
at
So he's
most.
given up 3 runs and 4 runs, but that was to Boston and Minnesota. I mean, yeah, he's getting all the hard teams though. Or I mean, getting not
Yeah, Cardinals are no slap.
bad bats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, if you're cool with paying -160, probably the Cards. But
Cards, yeah. Royals and Rangers, we'll just skip that one. We definitely like the Royals today. Boy, I like that we both did that. We didn't have time to compare our notes before the show. It was nice to see you also on the Royals. I think it's a real nice pick, Squirrel. Guardians and White Sox are up next with an over/under of 8. Guardians are at +155. The White Sox are at -180. Giolito versus Quantrill. Did I miss that last night? I know I missed it.
Corn Trail.
I know last
Corn
week it was
Trail
Corn
is
Trail.
the
It was Corn Trail last week, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Now we got Bum Gum too. That's a great one.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks.
Sometimes I move faster. My mouth moves faster than what I can process.
It's fine, dude.
in the
It's
brain.
creating some inside jokes. It's wonderful. I like it.
All right, I'm well on the White Sox run line. What about you?
Would you feel comfortable with an under 8 with Giolito and Corn Trail?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure. Okay.
Like
I'll
it.
take that.
We both like the Rays over the Angels. We'll go ahead and skip that one. Marlins and Diamondbacks over/under of 8. I think this is an underplay. I told you guys I would probably be on this over. But remember, there was one game we avoided in the Nationals-Rockies series. That one went under. I think this is the game you stay away from in terms of betting the over in this one. I would take under 8 runs. What about for you?
We're talking about the Marlins and Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Diamondbacks?
I liked them yesterday. We were both right. We both picked them yesterday.
I don't like Luzardo very much, and I think Bumgarner has better numbers
He's
from what I remember off the top.
Pissed off. You don't eject me after 1 inning. How dare you? I didn't even have anything on my fingers. He's going to come out
I'll take the
dealing.
Diamondbacks. I think I'll take the Diamondbacks.
Cubs and Padres, who's backing those Cubs with Wade Miley making his season debut with an over-under of 7.5. They're coming as a dogs at plus 145. Mike Clevinger on the mound. Sign me up for Clevinger. Don't even have to talk me into it.
I like Miley. Comes from the Reds, doesn't he?
Not only should you like Miley, this was a tough pick for me because the Padres have the worst batting average versus left-handed pitching over the last 10 days. You could see this one go under easily. This one could easily go under 7.5. Easily.
I'm gonna be the guy to make the underdog pick on the Cubbies today.
I'm telling you, they're not hitting left-handers. I do like that right there. All right, Phillies and Mariners over on BetUS showing me a total of over-under of 7. Mariners slight dogs at plus 105. Phillies are at minus 125. True coin flip for me in this game. We were both right on those Phillies yesterday. In terms of the action
again, people are back in the Phillies and Aaron Nola, but it may be because you just saw a 9-0 domination yesterday.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray, again, like you, as you say in your words, he's not a slappy by any means. Either go under there or maybe try to take some plus money on the Mariners at home because they haven't done bad at home. Like you said, a coin flip. So if you're talking coin flip, I'm not paying no minus 125.
Love it. I agree with you right there. And then we both like the Giants run line over the Rockies. I just can't see Senzatel lasting long in this game. So that rounds out the slate. That's probably 15 games we ran through. I'm sure every team's in action today. All right,
yeah,
there it is.
We're going to win every single lean. We're going to win every single bet.
No leans for me, brother. They're all bets. No leans. I gave out no leans on this show today by me. They're all bets. I hope everybody has a profitable day today. Loveless, great comments. Seems 100%. Like we got multiple people going to sweat out these Nerfies with me. Absolutely love that. We've got some other people. We got Steven. I love it, guys. Appreciate it. Let's get those over 6.5s. Let's continue that trend. I think that's a really nice angle you've got there, Squirrel. And don't forget, the last thing you need to do is jump over to BetUS, sign up, and then jump over to hockeysquirrel.com, know what his plays are, and then bet them over on BetUS. Come on back for tomorrow's show. We'll see you on the Hump Day edition. It's Wednesday tomorrow, folks. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. See you later.